watching Good Day Columbus on WSYX.
Well, the happiest time of year can turn into a drag after the celebrations are over. Coming up, we've got tips from a psychologist on what you can do to beat the post-holiday blues.
Welcome back at 7:45 on your Sunday morning. The holidays are supposed to be the happiest time of the year, but the after effects can be a total bummer. Dr. Brandon Kozar is from Matrix Psychology. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the winter blues, a real thing?
Yes, they are. What we call it more clinically would be seasonal affective disorder, but yes, it's a very real thing.
What is the cause?
So there's a lot of factors that involve the seasonal affective disorder or winter blues. First and foremost is the decrease in sunlight that we get in the winter months. What we know biologically is the sun exposure. It has something to do with our circadian rhythm, our sleep-wake cycle. It changes actually serotonin in our body. So serotonin, as a lot of people know, is directly related to our mood and how we feel, and low levels of it cause depression.
So sunlight really does help?
Sunlight does help,
Is
yes.
there anyone who's more susceptible to this?
So overall as a population, we see females tend to be slightly more susceptible than males, but particularly people who have a history of depression, anxiety issues, they're also going to be slightly more susceptible.
How would you treat this? What's a way to get over it?
So there's a lot of things that people can do. First and foremost, you can look at, what happens with, sun exposure, okay? When we're exposed to sunlight, it actually increases vitamin D production in our bodies. So vitamin D supplements is actually something that everybody can take, Another thing I recommend is omega-3. Omega-3 actually has been shown to increase, our mood and decrease our susceptibility to depression and anxiety. Open up the blinds, letting more natural light in, taking advantage of the days when you have them, getting outside, and then also being active, being physically active is something that clearly always increases our mood, especially during these time of days, because we tend to be more sedentary during the winter months.
If it's cold outside, right, you want to stay inside.
Exactly.
Does it help if you get a quick trip down south to some sunlight for a few days?
Well, if you can afford that and you have the advantage, I'm not going to tell you not to take advantage of that situation, yeah.
If you have a problem getting over the winter blues, do you think depression is likely?
So, yeah, when people get to this point where they're trying all these different things to help themselves, but nothing seems to be working, you start feeling very unmotivated to even try to help yourself. At that point, that's when you need to go see a doctor or a psychologist like myself and come to our practice.
And typically, you get better when the sun comes back out, so March, maybe?
If the sun does come back out and you start feeling better, then, good for you. You've made it through another season.
All right.
Absolutely.
Dr. Brandon Kozar from Matrix Psychology. Dr. Kozar, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
7:48. It is above freezing out there, at least 35 degrees. Let's check in with Phil Kelly.